Grand Theft Auto 5 has such awesome features that unfortunately just fall short sometimes. This can come in so many different ways, whether it's a full-on failure from the development side of things or just a couple minor small issues that just need some sprucing up. A massive portion of GTA 5's online free roaming world is how you can register to be a CEO or MC business head. You can be the big boss. With this comes a wide variety of perks, new challenges to run, free roam activities, and obviously more ways to earn money. And you might be saying to yourself, well, that sounds great. What's the problem? And overall, you would be correct. There really is no massive issue that I have with this. Just some minor things that range from just petty little things that I have over to there could definitely be some improvements on this, but nothing too drastically large. So many of these cool features have small issues that aren't being touched up on. Those businesses are seemingly meant to literally just keep you busy, which yeah, updates in a video game are totally meant to keep you busy and keep the player occupied for a little while, but these types of missions are different from your heist setups and heist finales or even your basic contact missions that we've had since the birth of GTA Online. And like I said, these are not demanding issues. These are just things that I would like to see going forward with the next installment of Grand Theft Auto 6. This is of course also assuming GTA 6 will have something similar to CEO and MC businesses. I don't know if they'll exactly work the same way. I'm just hoping that they will have something similar enough. The problem I have with these updates really boils down to the accessibility it is for solo players to run. And yeah, the game encourages you to hire other players as associates, but way more often than not, you'll offer to hire randoms in the lobby and nobody will join. And why is that? Well, because the incentive is too low. No one wants to join these things for what they're paying out or what kind of benefits and perks that they're getting. I'll still randomly join other people's organizations if I have nothing else to do in the lobby. I am at the point now where I don't really need to buy things in the game unless I just kind of want to, so I'm not always just hungry for producing and trying to get more stock for my stuff. I will help the common player out. And I'll always be in an organization with my friends. I mean, that's a given on any day. But still, that you can't deny that the benefits and the payout for certain things are just, it's not quite worth it in there to especially be some random's employee. You can earn money from challenges or jobs the boss runs, but for the amount of work that you can sometimes do, the payout is definitely not there. Most of the sell product type missions will pay you anywhere between 30 to 50K, which honestly isn't even that bad. I'll take those numbers for the time and effort that I spent helping. The real kicker though is being an associate and aiding in setups or restocks. And to be fair, your boss shouldn't be actually stealing supplies in the first place. It's not worth it at all. But spending so much of your time running around the entire Los Santos map, gathering supplies or stealing cars, and getting squat for pay when you finish something doesn't make for a good incentive to help others. Pay should be vastly increased, especially with the amount of inflation in GTA 5 these days. And as usual, I have no problem helping my friends out with these situations. I'll always join them, I'll always help them set things up, I'll always help them make something of a sale. But when it comes to something like this, it's really hard for me to justify, especially for other people, to want to join in someone else's already organization and help them do all these things. It just doesn't seem too worth it, Especially speaking for other players who play solo, let's quickly discuss what it's like selling product all by yourself. It is such a sweet feeling when your product stock is capped and you can finally make that big sale that you've been saving up for. You know what sucks though? Is when you're playing solo and nobody else in the lobby wants to help you sell. Yes, you can jump around to different lobbies and do all that, or wait for some friends to get on, but once that thing is capped out, you want to make that sale quick, because the more time you spend online, the more that you could be earning in that same time. So if it's capped for an entire 2-3 hour play session that you were just holding on to it, that's a lot of money that you're wasting for the next batch overall. First of all, it is extremely dangerous with the amount of griefers flying around waiting to come and blow up your product during a sale. Can't tell you how many times my friends and I have made a sale. Mind you, multiple people in this organization, okay? But I can't tell you how many times we've been driving around delivery trucks and some freak with a Hydra or something comes in and just strafe runs us, or with the oppressor just follows us around, hits us with rockets. It's so irritating. And also, most selling missions require multiple vehicles to be driven. That would mean you have limited time to make all deliveries in one vehicle, and you still have to come all the way back to gather the next 1, 2, or even 3 cargoes in the same treatment. And not even to mention again, during that time that you are away by yourself and you leave the other delivery vehicles there back, wherever they were, someone's just gonna show up and blow them up. It happens probably 9 out of 10 times that someone will come back and just blow up your sitting product. Something needs to change about this system. If I'm playing solo, there should only be 1 delivery truck, not multiple, okay? If there's 2 other people in my organization, which would equal 3, there should be 3 trucks overall if we have no choice. Put all 15 of the drops that we have to make between 3 vehicles usually, put all 15 in 1 single vehicle. That's totally fine by me as long as I don't have to leave other trucks behind. I just really wish that Rockstar gave the players more choice and flexibility when it comes to choosing how to do these sales. I actually just sold my fully stocked warehouse last night and had 2 other friends with me. We were given 3 delivery vehicles to take, which not the worst because there were 3 of us there, but imagine how sick it would be if we were able to decide how many trucks we wanted to take, okay? If we wanted to take just 1 truck and the other 2 guys were able to fly around or drive around to cover that 1 delivery vehicle, awesome. If we wanted to take just 2 trucks and then my 3rd friend over there can go grab the Raiju or a cooler or whatever and just protect us as we drove around, that'd be awesome. Give the players a little bit of choice in the matter. It also just makes it all more immersive, which at the end of the day is way more cool. With a business, whether it's producing a product or just a warehouse housing stolen goods, a massive bone I need to pick is how I can actually go about issuing stealing goods or restocking. The whole aspect sucks and could absolutely use some restoration. First off, there should not be an 8-player limit to CEOs and MCs in a lobby. That is a joke with how pivotal running an organization actually is now. I can understand not allowing everybody to be one. They hope other members would want to be hired, but once again, make employee benefits and perks larger to encourage being hired on. It is so irritating having to jump lobbies and just hoping to try and find one with not the max 8 count capacity. Secondly, it shouldn't matter if you're a CEO or MC at the time. Let us access our restock and selling options as either or. Nothing grinds my gears more than going into my arcade, walking over to the master command console thing, logging into the computer and checking all my different, warehouses or production, whatever. It gets me every time when I'm signed up as an MC president and I can only access half of the things on the screen. Then I need to stand up, and then I need to retire as my MC president organization. Then I need to re-register as a boss of a CEO, sit my booty back down, and then log back in the terminal to access the tabs for the CEO stuff. That is ridiculous. That's stupid. Let me be an MC or let me be a CEO and access every single tab. It's already all connected in the same network. It's a joke that Rockstar is still making us do all these little jump through hoop processes to get from point A to point B. Something I truly love about GTA Online is the PvP aspect of the game and the imagination and different ideas I can come up with about how cool it'd be to incorporate PvP more with the businesses that you have. The only things we have when it comes to this though are business battles, small work the organizations can do, and if someone is making a sale, you can intercept and destroy their product. But imagine how cool it'd be to create more incentive for PvP in this realm. Imagine someone else is running a sale and you catch up to them, take their goods, and are able to return it to your own business. Now pause. Okay, I see the problem already. This kind of level of PvP and incentive to actually go attack people sounds toxic, sounds horrible, but it's the current state of GTA's PvP that's causing these bad thoughts, okay? Immediately all I think of is the Mark II or the Raiju coming in and just blowing me up like I talked about earlier and just taking my product and just going. Let's just pretend the Mark II doesn't exist. Or take what we already have in the game and work with that. That's a better idea. Homing missiles can't lock onto delivery vehicles. Global signal timer is much larger. It already went up to a full minute with yesterday's update. I'd definitely be okay with it going up even more if this part of PvP was an option. It would be so awesome to coordinate a raid with some of your friends on someone else's property to try and steal supplies or product. There are so many options for this Rockstar unfortunately hasn't explored. And I admit it would take quite a bit of checks and balances, but that's Rockstar's own fault with how horrible people treat the quality of PvP now. The other thing I hope better for this is something like stand your ground or piracy prevention. Goodness me, I love these types of challenges. Hold the designated area from opposing players for rewards? Sign me up. The issue once again lies with the incentive to either start one of these for yourself or go actively attack one that's taking place. It's just too low. I'll tell you right now, my friends and I love these for the PvP aspect and not the payout. 30K for 10 minutes isn't too bad for piracy prevention. Most of the time, nobody even shows up, so you're chilling until the time is up. But with stand your ground, 30K for 20 minutes is pretty dumb. It's even worse for the attackers. You'll barely earn any cash at all, and potentially dying over and over again just is not fun. This whole challenge's purpose is to cause PvP, so I get why pay isn't too great, but make it worth people's while. Make other players want to come and attack your defended location for the money purpose. Shoot, maybe tie them into restocking supplies. One organization calls in a supply drop to restock their productions or give some type of bonus perk to their business. They have to defend that area for 10 or 20 minutes, but any player can show up and steal their goods. Once again, I don't run these missions for money, but it'd be a lot more enjoyable to players to show up for PvP when that's what they're wanting out of it. I know at this point Rockstar won't be making these changes to GTA 5, it's pretty much because GTA 6 is coming out so soon, but these are just my thoughts and feelings on what I would hope that would happen in GTA 6. I've always loved the addition of the CEOs and MC businesses in GTA 5 online, so I'm really hoping that they make a return in 6. Maybe not exactly, you know, as the boss formula that we know, but at least a base model at least. It adds a whole lot of flavor and variety to the free roam that is very much needed. Please let me know if you agree or disagree with any of these thoughts down below in the comments, and as always, I want to see what y'all think. I want to make a discussion out of things, so let me know if you agree or just disagree with anything at all. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like down below, and if you enjoyed the content on the rest of my channel, please consider subscribing. It helps me out so much. And as usual, I always appreciate y'all watching. I will see you in the next video.